Early childhood family education is a parenting education program where parents and children come to class together to learn together. The ultimate goal of ECFE programming is really to help families and children be successful. That would be successful in getting them ready for kindergarten. It would be successful in helping them transition from the early years into elementary programming. It would help parents be successful and feel confident in how they're parenting and also making connections with other families. ECFE started out in a more traditional way with the parents and children coming to classes together, but we've really found that our communities are changing, our needs are changing, and so our programs are really changing to adapt with those changes in the community. We are providing activities and programming in non-traditional areas and non-traditional locations.
We're no longer just in classrooms, but are now offering programming in places such as jails, homeless shelters, and adult basic education sites. In the past, ECFE only worked with the families of preschoolers, and now a change in statute allows us to work with families of children through 3rd grade.
Having that additional resource to go to, someone who's an expert in how do I get to those executive functioning skills and really teach those pieces for the students, and then how do I help the parents at home. And then once we have those relationships with the families, then they're willing to work with us and see how what they do at home really does go hand in hand with what we're doing here and how it can work together. It reinforces the things that we want to see from that student. It reinforces the positive things that they're doing, and that communication can only better build their growth and their success. There's some parenting aspects, like we have a program on setting limits, and so it's really looking at the broad piece too, not just our early families. We're looking at what are our older students in need of. What I'm hearing is the support that the families feel, that they're coming in and they're not just dropping their kid off and not knowing what happens, but they're hearing a lot more communication about what their child is doing. And so we do have that additional piece within our building, and I think it's important for families to know that that resource is here and that they can access it at any time.
Not all children who enter kindergarten come through our early childhood programs, so we're partnering with area child care providers to allow us to reach a wider audience.
The Child Care Collaborative provides a licensed early childhood family education teacher that works with the provider to strengthen the alignment between the provider and the school. So the provider benefits, the child benefits, and the families benefit.
I think anytime a child is exposed to different learning opportunities, that's beneficial. So with ECFE coming in and offering me new skills to help those children grow too, it really creates a loving, growing, nurturing environment.
When the provider's skill sets increase, then the child has a better overall experience, and we often hear from families that the children are going home and talking about the time that the early childhood family education teacher is working with them. So it's a shared focus, it's a shared vision, and we're all working collaboratively together, so it's a partnership.
The benefit now is that with ECFE, they've brought in the tools that sometimes maybe providers wouldn't have had available to them to know what the school is expecting of the child when they enter the kindergarten classroom. I've had families that have been in my childcare for 12 years because they've had 4 kids. They love the fact that when they go off to kindergarten, they're prepared.
The main thing is just saying that we're in this together and we're all working with children and families, so why wouldn't we work collaboratively to meet the needs of all the families in our care?